Okay, basic rules for a goalie in a 7v7 format in USA Soccer is one, the goalie can use his hands anywhere within this box that I've had on black, which means full use of hands. If he goes outside the box, then he can't use his hands anymore. So here he cannot use his hands. He can still kick the ball. He can kick it back down the field. He can pass to a player, but he can't hold the ball with his hands. Okay, next thing to keep in mind, if the goalie receives a pass from his own teammate, even if he's in the box where he can use his hands, he cannot use his hands. He has to play the ball with his feet, which means he'll have to pass, either switch over to the 3 or pass back to the 2 if he gets the ball. So if he gets the ball here, he cannot use his hands. He's got to switch it or pass it back or kick it really far down the far if he's got a strong kick. All right, the other thing the goalie has to keep in mind is this build out line. So this build out line is interesting, 7v7. Refs often don't get it right. But when the goalie has the ball in his hands, the opposing team has to move beyond the build out line. Once all of the opponents are beyond the build out line, the goalie technically has 6 seconds to play the ball back in, either to a teammate or to throw it down. The goalie can also not drop kick it or do any punts at this age level. So if he has the ball in his hands, he has to throw it or roll it or do anything he can to get the ball out. The preferred method will be that he rolls the ball to the 2 in front of the 2. Now, the other thing is, too, when the goalie has the ball in his hands with the build-out line, he can, as soon as the ball leaves his hands, the opposing team can cross the build-out line. It's slightly different for a goal kick. On a goal kick, it follows the more traditional rules of soccer, where the ball has to cross the penalty area before the opponent can cross the build-out line. So until the ball gets here, the opponents can't cross that build-out line. Once it crosses, they can go. Again, that's often confused, hard to do. All right, that's the goalie.